There's a moment just before change happens, where everything goes quiet. Not fixed, not solved, just quieter than it was before. And most people don't trust that moment because nothing dramatic is happening. But that's usually where the work actually begins. I had someone in front of me recently, sat exactly where you'd expect. Nothing unusual, eyes closed, breathing steady. And they said something simple. I feel different. Not better, not worse, just different. And I said, good. Now we can actually work. Because when the noise drops, the mind stops performing and starts showing you what's underneath. And then it happened. They paused, slightly confused, and said, why am I seeing a door? And I said, because your mind is ready. Now here's the part people don't expect. They didn't rush towards it. They didn't feel curious or excited. They hesitated. I don't want to open it. And that's the moment that matters most, because whatever sits behind that door is usually what's been running things quietly in the background. So I said, that's usually where the answer is. And slowly they stepped through. Not into something dramatic, not into some cinematic memory, just something familiar. That feels familiar, the client will say. And it always does, because you're not discovering something new, you're remembering something old. Now this memory is in a classroom, a moment, something small, something most people would forget. But the body of the client didn't forget. The mind of the client didn't forget, because in that moment, a meaning was created. Not a fact, a meaning. I'm not good enough. I'll get it wrong. Not because it was true, because it made sense at the time. And this is where things start to change. Not by deleting the memory, not by fighting it, but by looking at it again, from who you are now. And they said, that wasn't actually my fault. And I said, exactly. That's the shift. Not dramatic, not explosive, just accurate. And when something becomes accurate, it stops needing to defend itself. So we didn't force anything. We didn't try to fix it. We just allowed the old meaning to loosen. And something else, more stable, took its place. It feels lighter, says the client. Not because something was added, but because something unnecessary was removed. And then we came back. The client's eyes opened. The same room, the same chair, the same life. But something subtle had shifted. That changed something. And I said, that's the point. Because real change doesn't look like transformation. It looks like you're not reacting the way you used to certain stimuli, certain triggering, and so forth. And most people won't even notice it. But you will. If you are interested in sessions to remove triggers or emotional issues or beliefs which are not really yours, come book at www.richclark.net for a free 30-minute consultation session, and we can work with whatever your issues are from then.